I'm Coach Lindsay, and today I'm going to teach you our proven method to fat loss. This has helped thousands of women drop fat and feel amazing in their bodies, and it is backed by science. With that being said, yes, I want to teach you how to see the scale go down and lose fat, but I want you to not solely rely on the scale. Yes, it's a good indicator to know if you're in a calorie deficit, but you also want to pay attention to how you're feeling, how your clothes are fitting, if you are looking in the mirror and seeing changes, if your progress photos are showing changes. Those things all matter too. But let's dive into it. Okay, so how to lose 10 to 15 pounds in 90 days. I'm Coach Lindsay. I started in your position. I was someone struggling to lose weight and feeling stuck. I was working 12-hour shifts, 12-hour night shifts. I was brand new in the hospital and I was miserable. I was someone who would barely eat. I would skip meals thinking this would make me skinny just to binge eat fast food. Taco Bell was my weakness. I would be in the drive-thru and I would order an absurd amount of food. And for some reason, I couldn't understand why I was stuck. I would try so hard and then I would just lose control with food. I was also the girl who would just go to the gym and walk on a treadmill, or I would do random leg exercises. I would always look for like the easiest, simple ones to use. And then I would do like a few exercises. That's me mocking a leg extension. I was never challenging myself. I was never doing structured programs, and that wasn't going to lead to the results I wanted. I hired my own fitness coach, Coach Chelsea, and followed our step-by-step proven method. So that's what I'm going to teach you. And I just like to say that I started as a client, I followed this method, and now I teach you how to do it. But I've been exactly in your shoes wanting to make a change, and this is the method that helped me and changed my entire life. I am a coach in the Slay Squad now. I have been a coach for over 3 years. I've helped hundreds of women transform. I've helped people heal their relationship with food. I've helped healthcare workers take back their energy and just feel amazing. And I'm excited to help you today. What you will learn: how to see the scale go down, how to focus on fat loss, not just weight loss, effective methods of exercise for fat loss, and how to maintain your weight loss. This is huge. If you don't go into your fat loss journey thinking about maintaining it, you are already setting yourself up to fail, right? We have to think long term. And foundational health, because we need to focus on that. What you'll be able to achieve if you implement our method. You'll feel amazing on a beach in a bikini. That's what we all want, right? You may just need to invest in a new summer wardrobe. My favorite thing is receiving messages from my clients of them in cute summer dresses and a new bikini, telling me they have the size down in their jeans. It is so much fun. You want to invest in a wardrobe because you feel good, not because they don't fit anymore, right? You will see the scale go down while still enjoying ice cream with your kids. This is huge. We want to teach our kids how to have a healthy relationship with food, right? And if you've been on a diet journey for a long time, you may have found yourself being like, I can't eat that, or I can't do that with you. Let's learn how to shift that mindset and have more balance. You'll become happier and healthier. You will experience the Slay Squad glow up. If you follow me or any of the other coaches, then you've probably seen the glow up, and it is amazing. Common mistakes I see people making on their weight loss journey. So first, let's evaluate mistakes that are happening that could lead you to being stuck. Going too extreme with your diet choices. This is one of the most common mistakes I see. This is when you don't have that long-term mindset. You are thinking, how do I lose 20 pounds in a month? This is not something you're going to be able to maintain. Yeah, you might be able to do it, but you're going to be starving and end up overeating. So you want to be realistic with yourself. Not knowing how to end your diet, or that you should end your diet. Did you guys know that you shouldn't eat in a phase where you are seeing the scale go down forever? Eventually, you should get your food intake up and enjoy more food. And that is a missing piece a lot of people don't think about. Searching for that magic pill. There is no magic pill. Stop looking in Facebook groups. Stop Googling it. There is no quick fix. You have to put in the work, and you are spending so much time trying to find the quick fix, and it's just not there. It's not there. Thinking once you reach your goal, you can go back to what you were doing before. Nope, you can't do that. You can't just go back to your old habits. You can't be like, okay, I did it, now I'm done. You have to make the lifestyle change and you have to keep going. Being too focused on the results versus the journey. You will be so much happier if you focus on the journey versus the end result. If you are constantly thinking, I want to be there already, I want to accomplish all my goals already, you are not going to enjoy the process. And the process is what helps you maintain your results. It's what gets you to where you need to be. You need to be on this journey to build the healthy habits, to learn what to do. And if you can be like, every day is a day for me to just step into the best version of myself, you will be so much happier. These transformations took less than 90 days. That's what we're talking about today. I know you guys want amazing results and you want them fast. We're going to talk about sustainable fat loss and how to maintain it, but you can still see incredible results in 90 days, right? In the Slay Squad, we teach slow and sustainable fat loss. We want you to be the people that keep it off because statistically, 80 to 95% of people gain the weight back after dieting. That is insane. So many people are putting in all of this work just to gain all the way back. How frustrating it is. That leads to you not wanting to try again. So the Slay Squad method is different. Our girls keep it off. They do amazing. We want you to be the 5 to 20% that keep it off. That's the goal, right? Sustainable weight loss looks like 0.5 to 2 pounds per week. And that doesn't mean that every week you're going to hop on that scale and the scale will be down. Some weeks, 3 weeks could go by and you might not see progress. And then all of a sudden you will have this drop. Our bodies are funny like that. So you have to look at the overall trend versus being like, well, this week it didn't go down, I have to adjust something. No, just wait because you could see a big drop. That means if you start right now, you could be down 6 to 24 pounds in just a few months. 3 steps to success. Nutrition. You have to be in a calorie deficit to see weight loss. It doesn't matter if you eat healthy, if you over consume healthy food, you will still not lose weight, right? So this is something I hear all the time. Someone comes to me and they say, I should be seeing results. I eat healthy. What does that mean though? Does that mean you eat salads with dressings that have hundreds of calories? Because it doesn't matter how clean or healthy your food is, you can still overeat it. And scientifically, you have to be consuming less calories than you are burning to see the scale go down. Lift weights. If you want that toned look and want to lose fat, not just weight, then you want to be lifting weights. This is so important, you guys, not just for achieving the toned look that our girls achieve, but you need to have muscle on you to function as you age. You don't want to be someone who can't move, that's bedridden, that can't play with their grandkids. No, we lift weights so we can have a good quality of life. Move your body, go on walks, get up, move from your desk, play with your kids. You do not want to need to spend hours running on a treadmill, but walking will help you see fat loss. This is a common misconception, right? People come to me and they're like, I need to add in more cardio. I need to do more cardio. I need to spend more time on the stair stepper. No, just walk more. That's what's going to help you. How you burn calories. So it's important we understand this because it might surprise you. So the TDEE is your total daily energy expenditure. You may have heard that term before. This is what it is. So you have your exercise activity thermogenesis, you have your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, thermic effect of food, and your basal metabolic rate. So your basal metabolic rate is the calories burned by your body just doing normal functions, right? Just breathing. That is how many calories you are burning just doing that. And you can see that as a huge portion of it, right? Just existing. Physical activity. So this is going to be what you're actually doing for your workouts, right? Your physical activity, and it's actually not a huge amount. Non-exercise, that's going to be you just playing with your kids, walking around. That's going to be what you're not intentionally doing. But if you are someone who moves a lot, you're going to burn more calories, right? If you are someone who's just more sedentary, then you're not going to burn as much. You can see here that's larger than what we're actually doing for physical activity. And then thermic effect of food, just what it takes to digest your food. The first step of losing weight is first figuring out your TDEE, which is just another word for your maintenance calories. So this is how much food you consume without gaining weight. It's just where you maintain. So the first step to finding your calorie deficit is finding your maintenance or TDE, and that is just what you can consume without gaining or losing, and it's important to know this. Our fat loss method is backed by science. We are healthcare workers turned fitness coaches, and our method is scientifically proven to work, right? We know that our method will work for you, and it has transformed thousands of women's lives. So let's dive into it. You can figure out your TDEE just by Googling TDE calculator. Now, I want you to take into account this is an estimate, and a lot of people overestimate activity level and underestimate the amount of food they're eating. So just be cautious of this. Or a more accurate way of doing this, you could track your food for a couple weeks. And if you are maintaining your weight, yes, like the scale might fluctuate a couple pounds, but if overall it's trending around the same, then you are at your maintenance calories. So what you're consuming right now is what your maintenance calories are. So track your food, take the average, and if you're maintaining your weight, you just found your TDEE. Now you want to lose weight, right? You don't want to stay here maintaining. So we want to put you into a calorie deficit. If you maintain your weight at 2,000 calories per day, then our Slay Squad method is bringing your calories down by 300 to 500 calories per day. This puts you into a calorie deficit so you can see the scale go down, but we're not doing it in an extreme way where you're miserable, where you're starving. We do it in a way that you're able to still include the food you love and you're able to still enjoy the process. Yes, fat loss is hard. If it was easy, everyone would do it. But choosing drastic methods leads to just rebounding really quickly, where we want to do it so you're seeing progress in a slow, sustainable way so you see more progress than seeing drastic results, rebounding, gaining all the way back. So you would want to set your calories at 1,500 to 1,700 calories per day. If you start high, you can always bring things down further later, right? Think slow and steady. You don't need to just jump full throttle. Start slow, see how your body responds. And if you need to bring it down more, you always can, right? Now you have determined your calorie deficit. We need to figure out how much protein you should eat. And this is important because we want that toned look. We want definition. We want to see our muscles, right? So we need to eat our protein. In the Slay Squad, we mostly focus on calories and protein. If you can hit these things, you will see the results you want. This is our method because eventually you can focus on carbs and fats and other things like that, but just start slow, right? Get these things down and then you can move on to that. So our method for protein is set your goal protein at your goal weight in grams. So if you weigh 160 pounds and you want to weigh 130 pounds, then set your goal protein at 130 grams per day. This is very simple. It's a great way to get in a good amount of protein and it works. Okay, now we're gonna chat accurately tracking because I'm sure you guys have seen it on the internet or in Facebook groups or people complaining that they can't lose weight, that they're broken. If you are eating in a calorie deficit, you will see the scale go down, and the most common mistake I see is not accurately tracking. What to look at if you are not seeing results? Are you using a food scale and weighing everything out? Are you really, really doing this? Or are you just eyeballing it and saying you're doing this? It's important. Are you guesstimating a lot at restaurants? Do you eat out every weekend and you don't add in oil for what you're eating? Are you getting drinks every weekend? These add up and it's so easy to underestimate, right? We all want to think we're eating less than we are. Are you tracking alcohol, Starbucks, sodas? If you're consuming 300 calorie Starbucks drinks, that's a huge portion of your calories, right? So just be careful. Are you tracking oil, sauces, and dressing? These all add up. Sadly, ranch, so high in calories. It's really upsetting. Are you overestimating your activity levels and not really in a deficit? Are you more sedentary than you think? Are you getting in a 30-minute lift and then going and laying in bed and binging Netflix? That's just reality. You have to look at those things. The biggest issue I see with people not seeing results when tracking their food and aiming to be in a calorie deficit is just not tracking accurately. Why tracking your food is the most effective way to get results. Common diet choices I see are just elimination diets. You cut out carbs, you eliminate sugar, you go carnivore, right? These are extremely hard to stick to, one, but they also, what happens when you plateau on these diets? What happens is you plateau and then you have no data to go off of to make adjustments. All you know is you cut out all these foods. Now, what are you going to do? When you're in a calorie deficit and you plateau, you can see, like, hey, I'm eating this amount now. Maybe I need to drop down to here to get things rolling again. The same thing when you hear people say, I eat healthy and clean. If you're not seeing results, then you are still not eating the right amount of food. Why our method works. It is built for you. You are not just doing a random diet. You are going off what your body needs. So it will most likely feel easier than diets you have tried in the past. Once again, fat loss isn't easy. But if you are someone who has done extreme approaches in the past, it may feel easier once you're doing what you need to for your body. It sets you up for long-term success. Tracking and weighing your food teaches you about portions. Eventually, you will know how to eat for your body. And that's the end goal, right? No one wants to track forever, and you don't have to, but you have to learn about portion sizes. You have to learn what it looks like to actually build a plate that is based on what your body needs. And this is how you do that. Eventually, you can ease out of tracking. It is about fat loss and not drastic weight loss, helping you achieve a strong and healthy body. That is huge, right? We are not just telling you, hey, drop all this weight, good luck. No, it's like, let's actually make you healthy and strong. Let's make this a long-term thing where you feel amazing. Avoiding weight loss plateaus. Please don't think you have plateaued after 1 week of no progress. I say this so much because I hear it so much. The scale might not drop every single week. You have to look at the overall trends. The scale will fluctuate, so you can't jump to I'm stuck after a week. It could be you ate more salt, you ate different foods, you didn't go to the bathroom. There are so many different things. Maybe you got in a super good workout and you're actually holding on to water and inflamed. But as you start losing weight, you may need to adjust calories further down. If the scale does not move for 3 weeks and you are tracking accurately, that should always be the first thing you go back to, then you may need to lower your calories. As you become a smaller person, you just burn less calories. This is just how it works, right? So as you start seeing the scale go down, you may hit a plateau just because you are burning less calories. Focus on other forms of progress. Yes, you will see the scale go down if you are in a calorie deficit, but pay attention to your photos and how you feel. There's so much more than the scale, and you have to think about that. Are you gaining muscle and becoming more defined? This is huge. If you're seeing body composition changes and you are loving the way you're looking, that's perfect, right? We don't need to obsess over the scale. Are your clothes fitting better? Are you seeing a difference in your weekly progress photos? Make sure you take these. I know it's hard to take those first photos, but it's so worth it. You look back and you're like, oh, I did that. I accomplished so much. Are you stronger and have more energy? So underrated, you guys. If you are getting stronger in the gym, you are putting on muscle, right? If you have more energy, you're feeling better. That's one of my favorite things I hear from my healthcare workers is they get better sleep and they have better energy. And I'm like, yes. Effective exercise for fat loss. The reality is weightlifting is the key to sustainable fat loss. It is such a key component, you guys. Weightlifting helps you lose fat, not just weight. And the goal is to tone, right? That's the number one thing I hear when I talk to someone who is on a fitness journey is I want to be toned. Weightlifting helps you build muscle. When you have more muscle in your body, you burn more calories. This is huge. When you have more muscle, if you see those people that are really muscular and they're eating a lot of food, they are burning more calories because they have more muscle on their body than fat. Muscle burns more calories. It is also important as you age to be actively putting on muscle. As we age, we start to lose muscle mass more quickly, right? So less muscle mass means burning less calories. So we have to actively be putting it on. This is huge. And it's also going to help you have strong bones and perform day-to-day tasks easier, lifting your kids, your patients, and even getting in and out of a chair. You do not want to end up older and not able to move your body and miserable, right? You want to be the person running around and enjoying life in your 60s, 70s, 80s. What we recommend for weightlifting: lift weights 3 to 5 times per week. That's it, right? Get in there, get it done. You got this. Follow a structured weightlifting program. In order to build muscle, you have to be progressing in the gym. So winging it is out, structure is in. I made this mistake. I just wasted time. It's important to follow a structured program. Follow the same program for at least 6 to 8 weeks. Keep track of how much you are lifting, how many reps and sets you are doing, and your rest time so you can progress. This is why we love our app. It keeps track of it for you. It's really nice. Not only do you have the video demonstrations, but it will remember how much you lifted the session before, how many reps you did, so you're constantly progressing. Following the same workouts for 6 to 8 weeks helps you get your form down and then progress. If you are constantly switching up, you are not going to do better and progress. Cardio. I know. It's the first thing I think about when you think about the scale going down. I used to do that too. So I know you think you need to be doing excessive HIIT and running daily, but you don't. In the Slay Squad, we focus on walking more and just increasing your overall movement, and it works. Slowly increase your step count and watch yourself see the scale go down, combined with a calorie deficit, of course, right? So a lot of times I see this mistake. You start increasing your cardio, you start lifting weights more. So now you're lifting weights 6 times per week, you're doing HIIT, you're on the treadmill for an hour a day, whatever it is, and now you are more hungry. So you are eating more food, you're not tracking accurately, and you're like, why is the scale not going down? I'm doing all of this stuff. You're not in a calorie deficit. Aim to walk 7K plus steps per day. You can always start increasing this too. How to maintain your fat loss. If you are not thinking about this, you are setting yourself up to fail. I will say it over and over again. Now, this call's focus is on how to lose weight, and you want to feel amazing in a bikini over summer, right? But we want to keep it on. So this is just so important. And until you think about this long term, you will be stuck. Have a goal weight in mind or set an end date to your fat loss phase. And I know this isn't talked about enough, but it can be confusing. But one of the biggest issues I see people experiencing when on a fat loss journey is not knowing when to end it. The calories you eat to lose weight are not the calories you eat for the rest of your life. And so many times you go into a calorie deficit, you see the scale go down, and you just think you need to stay eating exactly like that. Yes, we want to build the healthy habits. We want to make changes like having more protein, walking more, drinking our water. But once you hit your goal weight, you can eat more food and get back to your maintenance calories. So when you hit your goal, recalculate your maintenance calories. They will be different. And remember, this is just an estimate. Then you can slowly start bringing up your calories by about 50 to 100 calories per day. Or per week, not per day. So 50 to 100 calories per week. Pay attention to your hunger levels, the scale, and progress photos. At first, the scale might continue to go down because you're still in a calorie deficit, but eventually you're going to start seeing it maintain your weight. Then you are getting to your maintenance calories, and you can stay here, give your body a break from your diet. Foundational health. Making sleep, stress management, and staying hydrated a priority will make fat loss easier. We want it to feel easier, right? Sleep directly impacts your hunger hormones, so please get in quality sleep. Stress can cause more hunger and cravings. Journal, get outside, talk with friends, take care of yourself, and manage your stress. It's huge. Stay hydrated. Aim to drink at least 100 ounces of water per day. Sometimes you feel hungry and you're just thirsty. You just need to drink more water. Accountability and support. Knowing what to do is the first step, but this will take consistency and hard work. And most of the time, you need accountability, right? There's going to be hard weeks. There's going to be times you don't see the scale go down, and it's going to feel easy to just give up, right? You're like, it's not working for me. I can't do this. When you have support and accountability, that's when someone can be like, hey, no, like just give it more time. It's going to work. Your photos look better. Clothes are fitting better. Just keep going. And that makes all the difference. Checking in weekly with someone will help you be more honest and real about how you're doing. It's so easy to lie to ourselves, right? So easy to be like, I'm doing all the things. What's wrong? I was that person. I did that. But when I really looked at it, I was overeating fast food some days. Outside feedback makes a huge difference. You will want to succeed because you have someone you are telling it to, right? No one wants to check in with someone and be like, I did nothing. There will be hard days, and sometimes you will need someone in your corner helping you get through them. We have an incredible community, so you're not just going to have coaches, but you'll have these girls cheering you on too. And if you're not in our program, then make sure you find a good group of people focused on their health. It makes a big difference when you're surrounded by people that have the same goals for themselves. These are just a couple transformations. This is Christina. She's a busy nurse. She lost 10 pounds, but it looks like more. This is Maria. She healed her relationship with food and she dropped 16 pounds. And I mean, look at her quad, you guys. Blows my mind. Andrea, she's actually lost over 100 pounds, 15 with the Slay Squad. She has such an incredible journey. And then Miss Anna, she lost 30 pounds total. This was 25 with this, but she lost 5 more after this. And she went on to be an online fitness coach herself. Super proud of Anna. I think it's awesome. Now, I am going to talk a little bit about our program because I just told you all about our method. Let me show you into it. So I'm going to actually not just show you slides. I want to show you the program. So when you join the squad, you get access to our app. And this is really nice because everything you need is in here. You're going to get nutrition protocols based on your goals. So this isn't just a calculator, right? Humans are setting it, and we are going to listen to what's going on with your body and make adjustments as needed. So we may set protocols at first and then adjust things throughout it with your weekly check-ins, which are huge. Every single week, you're going to check in with your coach, and we're going to deep dive how you're feeling and adjust things as needed. If you're breastfeeding, we do protocols way different too. So there's so many things that we take into account. And then you'll also have a calendar. So you'll know exactly what to do, when to do it, makes it really nice. And then we will build you out a custom workout program. So these are going to be effective movements, and we are going to help you progress with them. You'll be able to track it. You'll see videos. It's really nice. It really helps you put on that muscle, knowing how much you lifted before, having the structure, and being able to progress. We have hundreds of recipes. Absolutely love them. My husband's really picky and he loves them. I always say it because he truly is so picky with food. They're easy, they're good, and you can set your preferences. If you have allergies, you can tell it to exclude things, which is really nice. And then we are huge on education. We want this to be the last program you ever need. So you have access to this full online course that walks you through our entire method. There is no gatekeeping, as you just seen on this video. I've told you exactly how to lose weight with our proven method. So we have videos like that. I've been talking so much, I'm losing my voice. And then we have advanced concepts too. So you can learn about reverse dieting, maintenance modes, how to write your own training program. It's really nice. In the app, you'll be able to message your coach, which is super nice. You're going to have a community of people that are working towards similar goals, which makes all the difference, you guys. It's so nice to be able to put something in a chat and have support from people going through similar things. We do bi-weekly Zoom calls. We do an educational call where we educate you on something you guys want to learn about. But we also do a community call where we really just hang out and talk about mindset, just bond with each other. So it's super, super cool. But yeah, that is it. That is our proven method. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I will put a link in this video summary down below. So click on that if you want more information. Would love to help you on your journey and give you the accountability and support you need.